to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, down with my own doubts.
You can throw it to him, or you just hold. See, he's snappy. So yeah, no, but you guys are welcome. You just break some fish like this, and yeah, some are gentle. This pelican here is very gentle. Definitely don't hand feed that one because he's Mr. Snappy.
Oh, you can see.
He's a weak guy.
But yeah, you guys all get into it. You can all have a go.
Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Oh yeah, take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss
I'll work
out.
together, or a few people in each one. But I'll drive over, so I've got a few pots out just over here and there. So all I do is drive up, and whoever's getting the crab pot, you just hook the floats and the rope like that, and then you just pull the rope and float in, and hopefully there's a big crocodile on the end. Now also another thing, I know everyone will get excited if there is big crabs in the pots, but please don't poke your fingers in there, okay? You can hold the pots from the top for photos and stuff, and I'll tie the crabs up later, but if you poke your fingers in there and they latch on, we might be, yeah, sewing your finger back on. Okay.
Is anything in there?
Yeah.
Oh.
You right? Hang on.
Oh, there's a big one in there.
It's massive.
That's good. Here's my lunch.
Can I help you?
Alrighty guys, so in my hands I have the Australian mud crabs. Now in my left hand is the female, in my right hand is the male. Now the way we tell the difference, the female, she has this big half a moon shaped flap underneath. She will also have much smaller claws and a larger body. Now the male, he has this skinny triangle underneath like a piece of pizza. He'll also have much larger claws and a smaller body. Now how it all works, so I actually set these crab pots about 5 o'clock this morning. So it's best to set your crab pots on a low tide, and then you get the incoming tide because they all come out of their holes ready to feed. So we have some little pinkies or whatever fish, we usually get mullet, but we had pinkies today as bait. Now the mud crabs, they don't actually smell or taste things like us. They have these little red hairs on the inside of their legs. So they come out from underneath the mangroves. Sometimes we set them along the rock walls because they live in big holes under there. They'll walk out, walk along the bottom, walk into your crab pot, they squeeze in through the gap in the neck, and then they can't get back out. So that's how we catch our crabs commercially. Now, if we're doing it the traditional way, in summer, we would be walking through the mangroves over there and another little island around the corner. You walk through the mud with your spears and you spear them in the head, and that's how you catch them the traditional way. Okay? Now, for the carrots, a mud crab can have up to 500 pounds per square inch, which is 1/10 of a great white. So they have a lot of power, okay? So you can see this one's a grumpy man today, but easily, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this one's only around 1 kilo. They grow up to 3 or 4 kilos, pretty much big enough to pop off your whole hand, okay? So how we measure them, from top to bottom across the carapace, just like that. So that one is legal. Any smaller, they have to go back. It's a $5,000 fine for every undersized crab you keep. Now, professional mud crabbers, they tie them up to sell on the market. I'm going to tie a couple up today so you guys can pass around and get some photos. But how we tie them up, you just place your crab on the ground like that, okay? You have your piece of string. Your string just comes over the front like this and up under the claws like that. And then you just flip the crab over underneath the back flippers and you go 1, 2, 3. And also, in the Bunjalung language, the mud crab is called jubi. Jubi, yeah. So tie her up. And because they are a type of crustacean, they do molt their shells. So even though she's lost the claw and lost the leg, the next time she would molt, she's not going to because someone's going to have her for lunch today, but the next time she would molt, a brand new crab comes out of this shell with a brand new claw and a brand new leg. So I've seen crabs in crab pots before with just one leg, and you leave them in there, just keep feeding them, and then the next month it's a whole brand new big crab. Yep, both claws are back and all legs flippers.
Show me what you made of. You know what I came for. I see the real you. You should let her out that cage more. I've been playing it cool, but couldn't lie to you. You know what I'm waiting on. Waiting on. Waiting on. I don't wanna wait no more. No more, yeah. More. Who had you down for the count when you needed it? Breathe it, just got too hard on your mental. I've been around at some time to care them bills. When you had them clashes, remember you knew me before the back. You seen the vision, you know me for showing you things. Knew how to rip it apart, you let me inside. I pick up the pieces and place them. Come treat me right, I know you excited. Know what I like, already satisfied. Giving all my mind, I don't wanna hide it or fight it. Slide in the night hour, I want it right now. Wanna spend this time on you right now. Tell me, can you slide on me right now? What you want now? Can I fall through? It's on you. Your body language clear to me, but I need you to say it to me. I got a good time, been long since you had one. Been at the head down to the racks come. What you want, can you slide on me right now? Got a little something for you when you're back home. Yeah, we don't need to talk, your body on me, already saying a lot. You been on edge, you really doing the most. I've been on plays, I'm done being a ghost to you.
So we're at Finger, which was an Aboriginal reserve, or it was a blacks area. We're going to see we're going to go up to the river near Womman Bay, and I'm going to talk about the African American camps that existed here in World War II to give you an idea of how separation and segregation impacted and how that started in the area. I'm going to come and welcome you around its sponsors around the bay. That's why I thought no shoes, which will be great. But on this corridor, there are birthing areas, like women birthing areas and sacred sites. So sometimes there's birthing on, there's a place at Wollumben where people used to give birth up on the top of the river edge. The women would be up there into fresh water the men would wait down at the bottom and know the baby's being born by watching the blood and do a system. We're very open to women coming and sharing the waters which go down further. We won't be going all the way into those waters today. When people say they hold the women, we say in our culture, hold the women of wind, men hold the energy of fire, but together they can't exist without each other. So fire needs air